Everybody, welcome. Happy Tuesday evening. Apologies for another delay in doing a listing show, but we had some baking business emergencies that needed to be tended to last evening. So apologies, but here we are on Tuesday as my phone starts going nuts, of course, because I just hit play. Excuse me one second. Okay, all is well. Welcome aboard, guys. Going to list some magazine ads from Life in November of '79. We were talking on the last show briefly about, the majority of my stuff being way, way older than that. So I figured I'd bring up one of these 70s ads and 70s magazines, I should say, and take a look at some of the ads and get them listed on eBay. Because as we've talked about a million times, I would argue that an ad from any magazine from virtually any time frame is going to be desired by somebody. So we might as well get them up, right? Welcome aboard, guys. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Jiminy, who dat? Sure. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Thank you for your messages. We're going to help Karen out collectively tonight, hopefully, setting up her Optiplex scanner. She's having some trouble. Hi, Maria. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Making emergency falling, though. Yeah, falling something anyway. Yeah, it was just I had to help out with some stuff because we had a big order coming in. Hi, Maria. How you doing? Maria Sterner is here as well. We have two Marias, so we'll have Empty Nesting, a.k.a. Maria, and then we have Maria Sterner. Welcome to both of you ladies. Great to have you. That should be fun. It's going to be different, obviously, than the, 1920s ads and 30s ads and 40s ads, but still pretty cool. I think I got like 20 of them or so scanned in. And speaking of scanning, again, Karen, if you're up for it, we'll try to take a look. Karen is using a Mac. I'm using a Windows machine. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a difference with the interface. She wants some assistance with setting up her scanner so that she can use it properly, which I get. So I will show you, Karen, and anybody else who's interested, if they have one of these and want to kind of mirror the settings that I have, and hopefully you'll get the same results, which have been pretty much flawless. There was one thing Karen brought up in an email. She said that, and this happens with me as well, and it happened with me as recently as an hour ago. If an ad is very dark, a black color, a dark blue color, when you scan that, if there's a tick button, which we'll get to, which kind of automatically crops the image, and for whatever reason, because you have a black background on the scanner itself when you put the lid on top, and then the image itself has too much black in it, I guess it doesn't recognize the border of the ad perfectly. So the trick for that one, Karen, is to just untick the auto crop feature and you should be fine. It grabs the whole thing. But again, we'll go into that for anybody who would like to see. Especially Karen, though, because she's having trouble with it and she just got the machine. So I want her to have a good experience with it. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it, man. Lots of laugh, Jack. Karen, do you want to take a look now? Do you have a minute before we get started? We can look at the exciting inner workings of the scanner, but it might be beneficial. So, hey, CJ, how you doing? Welcome aboard, man. Thanks for coming in. Should be fun. About 20 scans from 1979, November of '79. So you're going to see some stuff talking about the upcoming 80s, which I think is pretty cool. You didn't scan any print ads, just old photographs and ephemera. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, it holds true for whatever you're scanning. It doesn't really matter. Hey, Ralph, how you doing? Welcome aboard, man. Good to have you. Kevin is here. How you doing, Kevin? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming in. All right, for Karen's benefit, and again, certainly anybody else's, let's bring up, I have it already loaded, the interface for this scanner, which is, boom. Hopefully you guys can see that. Get rid of the other stuff. There you go. Whoop, get a sneak peek at the ad. See? There we go. Wait for YouTube to catch up. Hopefully you guys can see just basically my wallpaper and the scanner at this point. Yes, it looks like you can. Well, define ephemera. Ads are kind of ephemera. You mean just like cards or something? The settings that I have, which you can see right here, hold true for virtually everything. Photographs I don't have trouble with. Honestly, the photos I usually use my duplex scanner on. But just if you would take a second to open up your interface for your scanner, you can see it says button configuration, paper, not magazine pages. Yep, I got it. Just let me know, Karen, if you could open up the same thing. You would just go down on your Mac and look for the icon, open it up. Ida, open. Cool. And again, it might be slightly different. I apologize. I can't be responsible for the interface there, but this is basically what it looks like. You have the button file utility. I just described this as print ad scans. You're going to send it to a folder of your choice, right, where you want it to be saved. JPEG color, JPEG grayscale, JPEG black and white, flatbed reflective. I think you said you had trouble with this. Is that right? I guess you want to make sure first and foremost you're on the scan button up here. And again, thanks everybody for coming in. Just trying to help out Karen here, getting her scanner set up on a Mac OS, which I have 3 Mac machines, but the machine that I use to do the live shows is a Windows machine. So just let me know, please, Karen, if you're following along, if you see like, a similar interface, I hope. Anybody know any good jokes? You also keep getting scanner not found. Do you have it plugged in via USB? That's how I have mine. I have mine hardwired into the computer itself, which should help. You can never find that window? Well, this is what it looks like, CJ. If you're using Windows, it's this guy down here, this little blue. You can also go into, if you click on this icon tray, there's the scanner right there. And if you right-click, you can see you have the utility, but I always just hit button configuration, and it brings up this window. Maybe that'll help. Okay, you have it hardwired, Karen. Good. Well, is it available now, or are you having trouble pulling it up right now? But CJ, does that help at all, getting the interface going? Use this icon tray. Make sure it's on. You can only see it. You can only get to this screen if it's on. I know it sounds silly, but it's you have it up. Good evening. What's up, Jim? How you doing? Florida Man Jim is here. We're just running through the settings on this Optic Slim series, big flatbeds scanner for Karen. Yes. Okay, you got it up. Cool. Anything majorly different between Windows and Mac as far as this interface is concerned, Karen? And this is the one I was telling you about. See this auto crop tick? If you unclick that and then hit apply, make sure you hit apply and then okay, it won't automatically crop it for those darker images. It definitely works. It happened tonight on 2 or 3 ads, and I learned that a while ago. You just basically untick that, excuse me. Then you won't have any trouble. But usually I have it on auto crop, which is kind of nice. It just automatically detects the border of the ads. But for whatever reason, when it's really dark, it does struggle with that sometimes, determining what the border is. You're on your phone right now, okay? You don't have scan, you have file, email, OCR, PDF. Interesting. Do you have this first drop down up here, button utility, or button template, excuse me, and select file utility? I don't dare do it because I have everything set up the way I like it. All comes to, push comes to shove. You hit that good old default button. It should replace everything kind of the factory settings, sort of, as far as the interface is concerned and the drop downs. So if you're really struggling, you could just try to do default. That should bring back your scan button for sure. The reason I keep looking this way, for anybody who doesn't know, is I'm reading another computer that has the comments on there because I'm sharing my screen. So that's why you see me looking to the side. Waiting on a update from Karen. I would say, obviously, the first step would, we need to get that scan button up there because that's the one you want to work with. And if you don't see that and you're not, sold on the settings that you have as they are right now, maybe just hit that default button. Go in there from scratch. All right, Karen, just let me know, please, one more comment, and then maybe we can return back to this. We'll do some listing, and then we'll go back to this. But that's definitely step one. We need to get that scan button established on your scanner, that's for sure. Because without that, it's not going to be very easy. Okay. All right. Thanks. Let's get back to StreamYard. All right, Karen. Yeah, and maybe we could work offline around this because definitely sounds like something's going on. Hit default. Just try that. I think that might be a good step to get started with. But anyway, welcome aboard, everybody. Again, sorry, I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes because Karen had reached out to me asking for some help setting up her scanner interface. But anyway, again, 1979, November 79, Life magazine. All right, away we go. Let's get rid of the banner to maximize screen space. I also just realized sometimes when I watch my playbacks, because I like to do that, I'm going to hide that banner up there too, because sometimes that takes away from some of the stuff that you guys see when I'm sharing the screen. All right, well, speaking of sharing the screen, let's share the screen. And let us bring up the eBay draft. Thusly, here we go. Okay. November, I think it was, right? Yeah, November 79, kind of standard 15 by 11 dimensions. Have it set up already. Print ad 70s is my second store category. We're up to Life 207, 207th Life magazine that I've carved up and gotten all the good bits out of. So this should take us to the folder. I did list a couple before the show because I was giddy. I was kind of excited. I think there was like 26, so I listed 5 or 6 ads already. And the last one we did was a camera ad. And if you guys can see this, I don't know how well you could see the screen. There's at least 3 more camera ads. So let's just keep plowing away with the camera ads. And welcome aboard, folks. Kevin was working at Toys R Us in 79. Very good. Now, this one's cool. It's, again, a lot of the stuff in late 79 is going to be hyping up the Lake Placid Olympics in 80, the legendary, it's pretty legendary Olympic with the Miracle on Ice thing and all. Up in Lake Placid, New York. So you're going to see a lot of stuff, alluding to the upcoming Olympics, which started in January, just a couple of months after this issue. So this first one is a Canon camera ad. And we'll take a look, better look, I should say, at the the image in a minute, but because I just listed one, it makes it nice and easy. We're in cameras already. We're just going to change the brand to Canon. Everything else is pretty much the same. Pretty simple. All right, let's take a look at a larger view of this beautiful ad. Again, hyping up the Olympics, right? And there we go. Some photos of some Winter Olympiad action. You can see the official 35mm camera of the 1980 Winter Olympics. Found it. Hit execute, then button template. Beautiful. Yeah, down here, CJ, again, if you hit this right side, yeah, execute works too. See? Scan mail. I do button configuration, but either one will bring it up. Let's just get rid of that so it doesn't take up space. All right, so it's a 35mm camera. There's a nice view of the cameras themselves. But I think the big selling point here is going to be the 80 Olympics in Lake Placid. All right. Only the best go to the Olympics. So we're definitely going to put in Olympics, Lake Placid, New York. Let's put in 35mm. I don't recognize any of these folks, and I remember this Olympic pretty well. I remember these Olympics pretty well. My first Olympics I remember at all is 72, because I remember Olga Korbut, but I don't remember it well. I remember Mark Spitz. I remember 76 a lot with Dorothy Hamill and what's her name? The Russian chick. Nadia Comaneci. The big stars of that one. But by 80, yeah, I was not a hockey guy, but I did find myself, like most of the country, if you remember, watching those Olympics when they defeated Russia. It was a big, 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 big deal. Canon with one N. Thank you, Stephen. Did I put two? You're right, I did. All right, so that's pretty much it. And thanks for that, Stephen. I do appreciate it. C-A-N-O-N. You fool. Surprised I don't have that. Oh, there it is. See, they got Canon as double. Wonder why. Thank you very much, Stephen. All right. So 80 Olympics. I mean, we could throw in, you know, ice skating or figure skating, you know, put in like, in fact, let's do that. Probably the most popular sport, especially then within the Olympiad. All right, you got the toboggan, of course, and you got the speed skating. But there we go. There's the first ad, just like that. Nice and simple. Get it listed. Olympics. I have tons of Olympic, not tons, but I have a series of Olympic postcards, too. A lot of stuff about the postcards, about the Olympics in postcards, I should say. So there's another camera ad. I think we have at least two more, so I'm going to try to bang those out in succession. Just makes it easier to set up everything when it's just a different camera. You plug in the different brand name, and the categories are all exactly the same. All right, where was that one? Olympics. Right here, okay. And then right next to that, conveniently, is a, let's say, Ricoh. KR5 camera. So all we're going to do here is change the brand to Ricoh. And through the miracle of copy and paste, we don't have to worry about making a mistake spelling it again. Ricoh. Simple. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope you're having a great beginning of your week. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm excited to get going. I want to get a lot of listings up this week. That's my goal. A lot of listings. I don't really have any major, knock on wood, major, you know, things to do or anything outside of the norm. No appointments, nothing like that. Thank God. No doctor appointments for once. So hopefully things go smoothly and we can get a bunch of listings out without much interruption anyway. Life always gets in the way, but you know what I mean. The first 35mm SLR design and priced for the beginner. Get this kid jumping in the pool fully clothed, as you do. So again, it's a 35 millimeter swimming pool. What would you guys write? I guess beginner. Well, I think I'm just going to put priced for beginner. Priced for beginner. For the win. But let's, just for fun, let's take a look. It's just saying, yeah, kid jumping in the pool. Smart looking camera. They look exactly the same as now. Just these have film instead of the digital stuff. Anybody see anything that's worthy of mentioning in the ad itself? I'd appreciate it if you have any ideas or suggestions. If not, I'm probably going to leave it kind of like it is. So I think we've hit a decent amount of keywords, especially for, let's hide that, sorry. Boom. Barefoot hippie. Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right, 69 out of 70, not bad. All right. Dropping like flies tonight, everybody. Dropping like flies. Speaking of dropping, why don't you drop a thumbs up there on the video if you have a moment. I would appreciate it very, very much. Just for fun, I'm going to leave 35 millimeter in there because maybe the next one's going to be the same thing. I'm not sure. I didn't really look. I mean, I looked, but I didn't read every ad. That I just grabbed some ads out, and I usually inspect them once I list them a little more detailed. All right, there's another camera ad, and we got at least this one more. All right, Olympus. Another fine-looking camera. Olympus OM1 camera. Really simple. Copy and paste. Change that brand. Just like that. All right, let's take a look at the close-up. Anybody see any mention of 35 millimeter? I see a map up there. I think we're going to throw that in. Cushy Dubs. Anybody see anything cool? I guess SLR we could throw in there. Maria had a huge crush on. Oh, Eric Hayden. Sure, that's the guy. The speed skater. Yeah. When I saw the speed skater, that wasn't him though, right? Eric Hayden. I remember his name. Yeah. When I saw the speed skating picture in that last ad, I was thinking to myself, man, who's that guy? Thank you for that, Maria. Yeah. Yeah, SLR, I will throw in there, Kevin. Thank you. Because I don't see anything. Oh, 300 millimeter lens. Hey now, look at that. What does this say? 60th anniversary as well. So we got a few groovy. That's a beautiful camera, isn't it? I don't know if anybody out there is a camera aficionado, but this thing sure does look nice. Beautiful. On assignment around the world. So we're going to put 300 millimeter. I'm going to put SLR per Kevin. I agree with that. Around the world map. Evening, Karen. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in on an off night, but I do appreciate everybody coming in. Listing some print ads from November 79. So a much more recent group of ads than we usually do. Just to mix it up a bit. I think that's a good thing to do. But great to see you, Karen. How you doing? I think we're going to have spring later in the week, Karen. Did you see that? It's warming up later. It's going to be chilly again tomorrow or something and the next day. But then by the end of the week, we're talking 70s and supposedly near 80 at the end of the weekend. Hey, Vaughn, how you doing? Welcome, Vintage Vaughn. Hey, what's up? Trying to learn this. What do you use to crop your photos? I use a photo editor called, right down here, Photoscape X Pro. It is still chilly. It was decent today, Karen, but right now the heat's bad. It's a little chill. I had the windows open and now I got the chill. I got the shorts going, t-shirt. It just won't kick in. Winter won't release its icy claws And we're a month into spring already. What's going on with that? But hope you're trying to learn this. Yeah, that's what I use. There's a ton. You could also just if you're using a Windows machine, this app right here is built in, Photos. And if you click on this, it brings up all sorts of editing. You can crop, you can make adjustments to color, all these features over here. So this gets the job done, especially for eBay. 35 millimeter with a 300 millimeter lens. Okay, so the stock, if you will, Stephen, would be a 35 millimeter. Is that correct? A 300 millimeter lens. Thank you for that, Stephen. Groovy. Thank you. Rainy and chilly all day while we were out driving, I guess. 5 miles. Yeah, it's crazy. We were in the 60s today, which felt nice in the sun, but now it's, going back down to 40s again tonight. Vaughn with some wacky, I don't know what that says. Hey, barefoot, what? There's like a little wacky icon thing next to that. Trying to figure out what that is from a distance. We're going to have to pull that up for clarification. All right, but thanks, guys, for the suggestions. I appreciate that, Steven. Cool. I think we hit all the appropriate buttons, so to speak. All right, Olympus. I'm putting this one up a little higher because it's a better camera. Looks like a more high-end camera slightly. Boom. Let's see if we have any more camera ads. And as I said, I listed one prior to the show. So I think that's four or five camera ads out of one magazine. Interesting, right? I think that's interesting. All right. Let me just see really quick if we have any more camera ads. I don't believe so. No. All right. Bye-bye camera ads. So we can confidently get rid of the word camera finally. But that makes it, I'm sure everybody understands that. It does just make it a lot easier to bang out listings when you don't have to change. The less drop downs you have to click on and stuff. It just makes productivity increase a little bit. So I try to do that. It's not mandatory, certainly. You could bounce around and do whatever you like. But I think it's kind of cool to get a series of ads up in a row that are in the same category. All right. So let's get out of cameras, as we said. Oh, this is sort of a camera. Let's finish it out. It's a projector. It's a Kodak projector. I knew there was something else. Projector. So we're just going to switch it to brand Kodak and stay in the same camera. That's fine with me. So that's really simple. Let's take a look at this one. See what coolness awaits us. There's a top where all the slides fill in. There's a big hole in the Kodak theory on slide projection. That is a pretty nice one. Oh, does that feed in like that? Nice. It's a nice looking lens too. So we have a cartridge. Cartridge gives you priceless slides, maximum protection. Bell & Howell Slide Cube System 2. That is a pretty fancy. Yeah, the carousel's up top, right? But I think they're hyping up this thing, it looks like, right, CJ? This cartridge where you kind of drop them in. It almost looks like there's a black hole in the theory of, so I guess they're getting away from the carousel in this one. The same with listing postcards. You like to group them, same topic of state. Exactly. Bang them out together. Exactly. It just, makes things a little quicker. Yeah. Right, CJ? It's pretty cool. I like this a lot, actually. That's a nice looking machine. Beautiful looking lens. All right. So we have a Bell, even though it says, oh, this is ripping on Kodak. It's a Bell & Howell. Ooh. See? I almost screwed that up. It's Bell & Howell. Ripping on Kodak. The Kodak has a black hole, you see. That's why you got to read. That's why I got to read. All right. Very interesting. So we're going to call it cartridge. Slides. Just put in words, not trying to write a sentence, even though it's tempting. I've always used to do that. I would kind of try to make a grammatically correct sentence, and then I realized that's useless. eBay is a robot. You know, it's just looking for keywords. It doesn't care about grammar or punctuation or any of that stuff. Projector slides, cartridge, which is very innovative, I must say. Oh, you have a Bulova ad that cuts a bit at the bottom like yours does. Is that a problem? Oh, mine's cut. It's not really cut, Karen. That's just my perfect example. You see how this ad is black? The majority of it is a very dark black background. So because I have the auto crop feature on my projector, on my scanner enabled, it cropped that short, but the ad itself is perfectly fine. I don't think anybody's going to say anything, but I can, I could theoretically go back in and rescan it with what I just told Karen to do in the beginning of the show, which was disable that auto crop feature, and then it'll capture everything because it's just going to do a big scan of the whole flatbed, and you have to go in and manually crop it to your liking. So I don't think it's a problem personally. I mean, as long as it's legible, right? Trust me, though, the wacky part of me, of course, wants to redo that, but I don't think this one's really necessary. If it was cutting off a really big point, like if that Bell and Howell wasn't there, I would absolutely rescan it. But yeah, if you notice, at least with this Optiplex scanner, definitely, I don't know if it holds true for all different types of scanners. I can only speak to the ones I use and that I have, but it definitely has a habit of, with the super dark background, it can't determine exactly where those borders are. Yeah, no problem. What other word can we use? But I guess we could put carousel, right? Because it does speak to that. Or it does not speak to it, but it has a picture. A big hole. There's some keywords for you. That is a nice looking projector, though, in my view. All right. I think we're finally going to get out of the world of projectors now and cameras and the like. This has got to be setting records. 5 camera / projector ads in one show. Steven says some sellers actually only scan the main subject instead of the whole ad, postcard, ephemera. Yeah, sometimes and I could see doing that, but I would still if you want to focus in on something that's really, you want to draw attention to in the ad space, I could see doing that, but I would still scan the whole ad. But like if I really wanted to highlight a certain portion of the ad, I would just do another scan or crop and make a second image and blow up on whatever I want it to be highlighted. But yeah, I've seen that too. No harm in that. Whatever it takes to get the person to click buy, right? Many different schools of thought of how we can achieve that. Across all things that are listed, all categories, all products. We're all looking for that. All righty. We got booze. Nothing wrong with that. So let's go to booze. Gives new meaning to the term Red Lobster right there, folks. Johnny Walker Red. One of my faves, I must say. Big fan. Scotch. Lobster. Bam. Really nothing else to do. That's an easy one. But we do need to get it into the proper category, which is going to be going back to advertising, going to food and beverage, going to, I think it's food and beverage. I had the same trouble as, distillery. There we go. There's Johnny. He's got his own category. And we'll put this in the beverage category in my store, like that. All right, so now it's just a matter. We got Johnny Walker already populated. It's original. It's a print ad. Still no drop down for print ad. Somebody make a call. Who knows a higher up at eBay? Can make a call for us. Let's demand a canned category that says print ad. All right, but you got the Red Lobster. You got, I wonder what that is back there. We'll have to blow that up. It's like a strawberry tart or something. But as you see, everything is red. Festive evenings. There we go. I like that term. Festive evening. No reason to do a plural. But let's take a look at this this one closer up. Yeah, strawberry. You guys think strawberry tart is a good word to use here? And you can see it's reserved, so they have reservations. Nice, some stuffed peppers on the side. I don't know what that is exactly. Probably a lemon. I would destroy that right now. Strawberry tart. For the win. Nice looking ad there. A product I enjoy consuming as well. Johnny Walker ad. Seafood, says Kevin. Yeah. It is seafood. You could always do a custom specific. Food, seafood. And just like that. See? Thanks for the suggestion. That's how you fit it if you don't have space in your title. You want to put something important like that, you just add a custom specific. Give it a name, a category, and then assign it a value. And away we go. Thanks for that one. So, as Kevin agrees, I agree. Hopefully you all agree. We're going to stick with, since we started with a booze ad, let's just keep going with the booze ads. There's not that many. There's not as many as cameras, that's for sure. But I'm pretty sure it's the only Johnny Walker one. So there might be another Scotch ad, but I don't think it's Johnny Walker. I don't remember Johnny Walker. Chivas Regal whiskey, not Scotch this time. Anybody a fan of this product? Feel free to raise your hands. Shout it from the rooftops. I don't think Chivas is going to have its own category, but we'll see. I'm going to copy just in case, and we're going to click on Johnny Walker. And we're going to go back one to distillery. Let's see if Chivas is on there. No Chivas. So we'll have to do other. Rocks. On the rocks, absolutely. I like it, Kevin. I like it. Of course you can afford it. Think of all the money you save drinking ordinary Scotch. That's funny. So it's Scotch whiskey. It's actually blended Scotch whiskey, but you got to think like a buyer. Would you type, if you were looking for this ad, would you type Chivas Regal blended Scotch whiskey? Would you just probably type Chivas Regal ad, magazine ad, print ad, something like that? I always try to get in the mindset of the buyer. Think about if you were out there searching for something like this. If you liked collecting this stuff, what would you put in eBay to try to find it? So always try to think like the underlying buyer. I'm going to show, trying to learn this, asked a question about my editor. So let's give it a whirl right now. Because you see how this isn't straight? They don't have eBay itself, as you see, has some decent functionality for edits, but it doesn't have the ability to straighten an ad that's a little bit cockeyed. So I'm going to delete it. We're going to go into the folder. We're going to pull up the ad, and we're going to straighten it out. See how it's like cut off a little bit over there? So I'm going to give it a turn, boom, and then I'm going to cut this a little bit. So for presentation purposes on eBay, it looks a little, I don't even know if we have to curve it actually. For presentation purposes on eBay, it looks better. And you're not doing anything, you know, the ad is the ad. So that looks a little neater. It's saved. So there's a photo editor for you, built right into Windows. And then we'll bring that newly revised image in, and we shouldn't have that black edge. There we go. Beautiful. Fits like a glove. On the rocks. I mean, that is the term without question. Think of all the money you saved. That's pretty funny. Is it 12-year whiskey? Is that what that's saying? Let's pull it up. Let's get into detail. It's a handsome looking bottle. This whiskey is 12 years old, I'm sure it says. Chivas Brothers in Aberdeen, Scotland. We could put Scotland. Founded in 1801. 86 proof. Not crazy. I'm going to put aged. I'm going to put Aberdeen, Scotland. Not Scotland, even that's how it sounds. All right, everybody like that one? I do. And again, thanks for everybody coming in. Appreciate it. We're doing some Life magazine from November 1979, getting some print ads up on eBay. Thanks for joining. Please do hit that thumbs up if you have a second. If you haven't already done so, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, my cable bill is due. That's good. Got a nice Verizon sent me a wonderful notification. Your cable bill is due. Yay. All right. I think that's good for this one. 77 out of 80. You can't really beat that with a broomstick. But again, did put print ad in there. What's up with that? Everything else is the same. There we go. Number 2. 2 in the distillery section anyway. Hey, Hydrant, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in. We're listing some print ads from 1979 tonight. Probably the newest one. Probably the newest one, or the most recent magazine we've worked with, I would gather anyway, on a live show, I think. If I'm wrong, let me know. If we did something later than this. I don't think we ever did 80s, did we? Some Kahlua. Not a fan of Kahlua. Don't know if that's spelled correctly. We'll pull it up. K-A-H. L-U-A. No Kahlua. So we have to go other again. Drop the E in whiskey for non-American. Is that right? All right, I'll go back in and fix that. Thank you. Appreciate it, Jim. That's a pretty cool looking ad. Ooh, Kahlua and coffee. Ooh, indeed. Did I put the name in? No, I did not. Let's do that. Let's put our brand in, copy and paste. K-A, I want to make sure I spell it. K-H-L-U-A. K-H-L-U-A, yep. Okay. Let's pull this one up. Got like a little tiki guy going. That's from Mexico, isn't it? Kahlua is from Mexico, isn't it? Yeah. Liquor of Mexico. Like an Aztec statue or something. That's pretty wild. Imported from sunny Mexico. Ooh, recipe book. Again, this is why I read stuff. I like to indicate that for whatever reason, just in case people are looking. You never know what people are searching for or what they're collecting. It could be more than just what's apparent with a specific ad. Sometimes they're collecting something like recipes, like Olympic, all things Olympics. They don't care if it's a Canon ad or a Coca-Cola ad or a pizza ad. If it has the Olympics, they want it, things like that. So I try to bring to somebody's attention that might be interested, like the fact that there's a recipe book. You know, somebody that might be collecting liquor recipes, drink recipes. That's a wild looking little statue guy. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? You have a question for everyone. Just a guess of how many people in the world that collects and buys print ads. That is quite a question. Who knows? But if you just search for print ad, vintage print ad on eBay, many, many thousand come up. So there must be somebody. And then click on sold. It'll give you the number of how many people look for this stuff. It's amazing, though. I'm always, you know, everybody knows about postcards. That's for sure. I think, Kevin, correct me. Is it like the number 1 or 2 collectible in the world? I think stamps is number 1, and postcards has got to be 2 or 3. Maybe some of the sport card stuff has eclipsed it. But those are the big paper collectibles that everybody kind of knows about. Print ads are probably like a little bit of an underlier in that group. But sure enough, man, I mean, I was telling everybody, I think on the last show, somebody bought 8 print ads from me in one fell swoop last week. That was really cool. And it wasn't just one product. It was like, I think it was like 2 or 3 of one thing, 2 or 3 of another. And so they collected multiple types of products. As Karen states so eloquently, I agree 1,000,000%. There's a collector for everything. It still blows your mind every time you saw a printout. Is that right? You know how to do that, and that is not a high number. No, I know. I never said it was a high number. That's for sure. No, and along with postcards, I think it's like 1.5%, 2% sell through, maybe. Which is why if you're going to do this kind of stuff, if you want to make money, you just have a lot of volume, and then hopefully you'll get enough people interested in them that they buy them. I love them. I really enjoy doing them. I have lots of them. I have a process in place, which you could check out in my playlist if you choose to. But welcome, Jeff. Thanks for coming in. All right, so back to Kahlua. I'm going to have to put that it's in coffee, right? Mountain. I'm going to go to the Google on this one. We're going to drop this ad in. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to crop. Because what I'm interested in is this guy. What the hey is this, right? Let's see if we could copy into images. You can. Of course, it's focusing on the coffee cup, not what we're interested in. So you move this around and you kind of highlight what you want the Google images to search for. That looks like it, doesn't it? American archaeology. Pre-Columbian figure. Something like this. I just want to ancient Mexico. Let's try to find a word to define this guy. No good there. Cool. That's good to know, Jeff. I love sewing them too, man. List. If you list it, they will come. Smiling figure. Wow, 6th to 8th century. So just an old. How would you guys word this? Ancient Mexican figure. I'm trying to think of a good way to. I think he steals the show, quite frankly. So I want to try to. Ancient Mexican figure, statue. Don't have nightmares, Karen. It's okay. He's smiling. Now, if he was going, then you could be upset. But he's a happy little guy. Mexican statue, figurine. What do you guys think? You think it's Aztec, Jim? I was trying to find, it doesn't say what it is, right? Like the other one said Columbian or pre-Columbian. What was up with that? They all look kind of the same. Veracruz standing figure. That's not exactly the same, right? If I see anything that says Aztec. Boasting the signature strange smiles, the Veracruz sonriente figures performing a lively song. Let's throw in Veracruz, folks. Yeah, exactly. It's either Mayan or Aztec, right? But we're going to throw in Veracruz because that name came up. So sorry about that. Veracruz. I could put Aztec and Mayan, right? I don't think anybody's going to care. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Weird Aztec demon. That kind of defines it. That's Mayan. Look at that. Man. I'm not going to put Aztec just because I don't know. And then the Aztec police might come after us. All right, we don't want that. It said the Aztec god of dance. Did it? Okay. I didn't see that. Thank you. The god of dance. Let's see if we can fit that. Look at that. Thank you, Stephen. And thank you, Jay. Jeff. I'm sorry, Jeff Gray. Artifact. That's a good word, too. But I think this is good, right? We got the Veracruz because it was mentioned. Aztec god of dance. Tremendous, Stephen. Thank you. Yeah. There's a full 80 character title. pretty dang cool. Let's list it. All right. And we have at least one more of the liquor ads, booze ads. And let's see what that is. That is... Oh, was that the last one? Oh, never mind. That was the last one. I thought I saw another one. All right. Well, we have some interesting stuff up here. We do have only one food ad. That's also incredibly rare that there are so few food ads. So let's just bang that one out. It's for Lipton soup. Which makes it really simple. There's a soup category. I don't think it drills down to, I know it doesn't go down to Campbell's, so I doubt it would be, have Lipton, but you never know. Let's try it. Soup. Soup is just generic. Soup, period. Subject is indeed soup. I'm going to switch from beverage to food on my store categories. See, they got Campbell's, but this is Lipton. Original printed. Okay. Probably like an onion soup or something you can mix in. Anybody a fan of meatloaf? Raise your hand high. Yep. Recipe and soup mix. Very cool. It actually looks pretty tasty. Those sliced thin potatoes and the carrots. Not a big carrot guy, but I could tolerate it. And you can see the chunks of onion in there from the soup. Onion, mushroom, beefy onion, and beef flavor mushroom. All right, so I'm going to put onion soup for the purposes of the ad. What's up, Enzo? Stop right there. Oh, you guys are doing meatloaf. That's funny. I was like, what the heck? What's up, Enzo? How you doing? Lipton onion soup, meatloaf. Baby, we can talk all night. Yeah, he sung his Gullians off in Rocky Horror. Absolutely. Looks like he's about 12, though. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Very good. There we go. All the jokes can be inserted here now. Paradise by the Oven Light. Lipton onion soup, meatloaf recipe, mushroom. What else did they have? Recipe mix. I think they had that term. Mushrooms. Carrots. For those carrot collectors out there. Double T in carrot? No. Okay. No. How do you spell carrot? Double R in carrot. But I agree, Hydran. Great in Rocky Horror. I used to watch Rocky Horror every Halloween. They used to play it in a theater in Staten Island. Midnight showings on Friday nights. After a night of drinking, it was kind of funny to sit there and watch that crazy film. I think that's good for this one. What do you guys think? I'd say so. Good enough for this place. Good enough for the eBay. For all you Lipton collectors out there, I present to you. Go down on this one. Some Lipton meatloaf. He died of the COVIDs. That messed up. Poor guy. The music was cheesy and over the top, but can't deny he had a phenomenal voice. Phenomenal singing voice, without question. All right, that's it for food tonight. Crazy. Speaking of food, this break is brought to you by Planters Peanuts. So I got the tummy grumbles. All right, food is done. Got some car ads. Got a nice got a couple of two-page ads. I got one 3-page ad. got a poor man's big wheel up there, which we'll get to from JCPenney. Used to love my big wheel. But I got my big wheels from like, I don't know, 73. And this is 79. Way too old for a big wheel at this point. But I did love them when I was younger. Let's bring up the poor man's big wheel. Hot cycles. Here is a bit of a dilemma that I propose to all of you out there. Would you put this under JCPenney, or would you put this under the brand of the Hot Cycle? Empire Toys Kids Love. So it's built by a company called Empire, available exclusively, at most large JCPenney. So it seriously is the poor man's big wheel. See that? You know, obviously exactly the same, basically design, but it doesn't have the big wheel name. There's that little tiny one. I guess based on the age, you obviously have different types. The girls one is actually really cute. Look at that. Flower power kind of thing. Wildflower. Yeah, it is a bootleg. Exactly. I said it's the poor man's big wheel. The Flower Hot Cycle. But, you know, you got the spaghetti strap kind of things. Love my big wheel. Who remembers big wheels? Who rode a big wheel when they were younger? If you grew up in the 70s. Kevin thinks it should be under JCPenney. Yeah, because it says exclusively JCPenney, and that's kind of what's down there. It's kind of the brand, I guess. And Empire, yeah, Empire. Who knows Empire? Like a no frills branded big wheel. Indeed, they do, Karen. Proud Mary keeps on burning. So we're gonna go JCPenney. Hot Cycles. Retail stores, department stores. Oh, yeah, Steven? They come out in 69, big wheels. Like I said, I think mine was 73 or so. I have pictures from Christmas when I got it. I used it for a couple of years, and I got an actual bike, a nice bike. So I ditched the big wheel. Little used category for me. Toys. Print ads, toys. I don't have a lot of toy ads for whatever reason. Look at this. Again, they put everything in but JCPenney. Does Penny have an E? I think it does. Could look that up to verify. It does. P-E-double-N-E-Y. I don't know if I put that up top. Nope, I forgot the E on there. My spell check gurus up there. Empire made tons of blow mold plastic items toys. Oh, is that right? All right. Kevin used an interesting word. Pedal toy. I like that. I don't want to write big wheel because it's not a big wheel, but you would think people would search for big wheel ads and maybe they would happen upon this. Big wheels were before kids got something and battery. Again, I apologize. That big circle heart blocks that last word. So if somebody could just type, there we go. Before kids got lazy and battery operated and Jeeps instead of, yeah. Tricycle is a great word, Karen. Thank you for that. Yeah, it is basically a very low riding tricycle. Thank you. Like it? I guess I could put what was that, wildflower? What was that called? Wildflower hot cycle. Wildflower. I like that. That's a cool keyword to use. But thank you for that, Karen. Good, very good. The tricycle. Good suggestion. Anything else anybody say? Smiling kids, kids playing. I don't know. Plastic tricycle. Hot Wheels flavor logo. Let's see what CJ's talking about. Maybe I should put JCPenney exclusive. Oh, we should put should we put Empire Toys? I think we should. Just on the off chance somebody's, for whatever reason, searching Wild Eagle Hot Cycle. It's kind of cool too. There's too many words to use here, folks. Then we got a wild. I'll just put Eagle. Plastic tricycle. That actually is a good distinction instead of a regular tricycle, right? Oh, what happened to my JCPenney? Yeah, by the time they came out with these knockoffs, I was definitely too old. But for big wheels, I was kind of perfect age when they, when they were the early 70s. That's when I was playing on big wheels. All right. That's a cool one. Yeah, Empire, says Kevin. I know. I kind of want to get the Empire in there too. I'd love to get Empire Toys, but I can't. Let's get ready. Let's axe the Eagle. Empire Toys. Brand is Empire. Yep. But I have it under JCPenney. Karen. 22 listings for Empire Toys. Bam. With that said, let's move that up. There we go. Thank you for doing that search. JCPenney is where it was something, not the brand. Yeah, that's true. It's in the department store category. Does it say toys? Empire Toys. Oh, it just says Empire Toys Kids Love. So I guess it's just Empire. Where it was sold, is that what you're saying, Karen? Which would be absolutely correct. It says exclusive. Wow, it's a lot of wacky keywords, but they're pretty cool. JCPenney, Hot Cycles, Empire Toys, Print Ad, Pedal Toy. I got toy twice. So let's get rid of toys. Pedal, Print Ad, Wildflower, and maybe we can get our Eagle back in there to finish it off. There you go. All right, pretty cool one. The knockoff big wheels. Thanks for your help, guys, on that one. I appreciate it. That's to me what makes these shows fun, is when everybody contributes and looks up stuff and adds to the conversation and increases our knowledge. Beautiful thing. I think that's the only toy we have tonight. All right. Hey, what's up, Todd? How you doing? Jackie Jack is here. Good evening to you. Thanks for coming in. We'll listen to some print ads from November of '79 from Life magazine. think we've done like probably 7 or 8 already, maybe more. I can count. Something like that. Taking a peanut break. All right, we got car ads. We got sort of car ads. We have typewriter ads. We have ooh la la ads. Let's do the ooh la la ad. I just think it's funny. You can see again, it's that little bit of black peeking out. That means it's not straight. So we're going to ditch this. We're going to straighten it with our editor. As was asked earlier in the show, I'm trying to learn this. If he's still there, bada bing, bada bang. See, just straighten that a little bit. And there goes that black thing. And then the text you can see is straighter. Just looks better. But hey, in case you didn't know about sardines, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Here's your sardine ad for the evening. What brand is this? King Oscar sardines. Don't know if I've ever listed a sardine ad. Could be wrong. Wow, they don't have a seafood thing. That's crazy. I have to go other. Yep, seafood for sure. Sexy seafood. 2 words you don't usually put back to back, but oddly applicable here. Food, 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 food. Done. King Oscar is your brand. Copy and paste. Still can't save printed. I don't know why. How often do you get to write aphrodisiac in your ad, in your title? It's got to be done, right? Sexy seafood back to back just sounds awful. Let's do seafood first. Man, woman, I don't know. You guys think? There's no evidence. Oh, there's no conclusive evidence that King Oscar sardines are an aphrodisiac. Sorry, we can't prove it. But they're yummy. Anybody like sardines on a pizza? I love sardines on a pizza. It used to be a very common feature when I was growing up in New York. Sardines on a pizza. Good. A tin. Yeah, I like that. Very much so. Yep. Sardine tin. Anchovies on a pizza, of course. It's like half a fish. How gory is that on a Triscuit? You know what I mean? Man, look at him. Eat the sardine. Have a lot of fun with this one. Yeah, I don't want sexy man, woman. Correct. Seafood tin. Let's see. Woman. Man. Get the picture, right? We get the picture. Yep. I got the tins in there. Fish, says Hydron. You know what? How do we have all this and not have fish? Good call, Hydron. All right. Bam. Is this field new? I was saying that before. Maybe it's always been there and I've ignored it. Unless they have some scope on them, right? All right. The obligatory sardine ad has been listed. Watch this thing sell like in an hour. It's usually the ones you don't think, at least with my experience, that, you know, sometimes I think, oh, you know, everybody loves whatever the product is, right? Coca-Cola. And then these crazy off things like that. Because scarcity, folks, scarcity equals value. Everybody has a Coke ad. There's billions and trillions of them, right? How many people have a sardine ad listed? There's probably a bunch, but I guarantee it's a lot less than Coca-Cola ads. So scarcity equals value, usually. Okay. There's our food for the evening. All right. We have, these are pretty cool. These Yamaha, like, electric bicycles, basically. We get into that. We got the car ads. We got a bunch of car ads. We have a movie ad. Your dad would eat those when we work together. Those things are going to be a good, but yeah, they should do. Again, anchovies, if you guys like anchovies on a pizza. Oh, so good. The oil that comes off with the cheese. Oh, my God. We're going to do this movie. Everybody remember the movie Meteor? Another example, if you're still watching, about the border thing, Karen. This was what I had to redo because see how dark the whole outline is. So like it cut off like I think that first line when I first scanned it. So what I did is as we went through, I went in and I just declicked or ticked off of that auto crop option. It was able to capture the whole thing, and then I just cropped it manually with this thing. So that's the workaround. But Meteor is the film. A lot of big stars in this one. Kind of the end of the whole, the earthquake movies and Towering Inferno, all those disaster films that had all the old stars in there. They were very, very popular. They'd wheel out guys that haven't made a film in 50 years and throw them in earthquake, throw them in airport. What else was that? Towering Inferno was huge. Airport 76 or something they came out with. There's a bunch of those disaster films. This is kind of along those lines. Meteor. So we'll put film. I'll show you the category I put these in. Entertainment memorabilia, movie memorabilia, ads, and flyers. That's what this is, right? If you want to get specific to the years, but this is 80. We're in the 70s, so it's not 80. So I put the year in. Let's see if it pulls up the 70s. And it does. Entertainment memorabilia, movie memorabilia, ads, flyers, 70, 79. I agree. They really are. You can find some amazing, you go get yourself a 1938, early 39 magazine and put, an advertisement for the new film Gone with the Wind or the new film Wizard of Oz. Probably sell pretty well. You ever buy who loves Dorothy Lamour? Really? So they'll buy all things. Yep. Brian Keith dead. Sean Connery dead. Natalie Wood dead. Yeah. Carl Malden is in this. Henry Fonda's in this, I think. It's like everybody. They just throw them in. It's original. US. And that's it. Raise the price on these just because they're unique. Yeah, pretty much everybody's dead at this point. We'll see if there's any exception. But basically what I'm going to do with the remaining characters is list a bunch of famous actors and actresses that are in this film. Somebody out there, kind of like Todd just alluded to, a buyer that loves Dorothy Lamour, right? So like regardless of the film, regardless of the product being hawked by Miss Lamour, somebody like that is going to try to buy it. So this is why I want to put in Henry Fonda, Carl Malden, Natalie Wood, whoever, on the chance that somebody collects all things Carl Malden, which is kind of funny. American Express and Streets of San Francisco fame. All things Natalie Wood, etc., etc., etc. But the meat is just the name of the film, Meteor. Now let's take a look at the ad, which kind of looks like a movie poster, truth be told, but it's not. It's just a print ad. I'm sure the poster probably looked just like this. But yeah, you got Sean Connery, you got Natalie Wood, Brian Keith. Who's this? I don't know who this is. There's Hank. But see, they would roll out, Natalie Wood was young, but they would roll out the old men, put him in a disaster film. Oh, Martin Landau's in. That's Martin Landau. little balding going on. Disaster movie. That's the word. Yep, exactly, Kevin. But yeah, and then we'll just rattle off some names. Sean Connery. Those are the ones I choose to highlight. Because for my money, those are the biggest stars. Yeah, she supposedly fell off her yacht in a drunken stupor, even though she was terrified of drowning. Supposedly that was her biggest fear, which is really horrific. But she drowned. That's how she died. The question is how'd she get in the water, right? But I'm sure there's a YouTube video or 50 about that out there. If you choose to check it out, go check it out. For the love of God, let's spell disaster correctly. All right, here we go. So go check that out. Maybe it's on a DVD now. Media. You don't want to see that coming at you. 5 miles wide, 30,000 miles an hour. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Yes, rumor was that she was knocked off by her hubby. Heart to Heart fame. All right, let's get out of food ads, though. Go to movie star and films is the name of the category I created. And that's it. I just think those are really cool. Any movie advertisement is really good. Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, great job. Yeah, exactly. All right, but that is our only movie ad this evening. Let's say a couple of cars, more than a couple of cars, a couple of these cool electric bike things. You guys might remember 79 was that second gas car. The first one was 73, right? The oil embargo. 79 was another like mini gas shortage crisis thing where you used to have odd and even license plates to get gas on certain days of the week. I guess it depends on where you lived. I think ours was certain days of the week. But I remember that too, sitting in line for an hour and a half to get your gas. Not fun. Thank you, OPEC. All right, let's do the Seiko ad. For goodness sake, Seiko watch ad. And this is a 2-page. So what I do is I write in caps 2-page print ad. And then I go down to my whatchamacallit over here. Well, let's get into my category so I can do this correctly. Let's go to collectibles advertising. Look for watches or jewelry, or let's see what it's under. Jewelry and watches. Let's get it into our proper category here, which would be, I have clocks, right? No. Watches and jewelry. Look at that. Matches right up. 2-page I put here. I'll show you what else I do. Fill out these specifics here. 79. All right. And then what I do is, wonder why that changed. What I do is go into my description right here, condition description, and I put in big old bold letters 2 separate pages. I just like to indicate whether or not it's 2 separate pages or 3 separate pages sometimes, or even more, or a centerfold where it's like 2 that are joined together. I think we do have my triple ad. If we get to that tonight, it's a 3-pager. One of them is by itself and 2 of them are a centerfold. So it's like the one, flip it over, centerfold. So it winds up being 3 pages for a Cadillac ad. But anyway, I just want to indicate like I said, 2 separate pages right up there. And we have 2-page print ad for Seiko. So let's take a look at the scans. And what I do is I just scan one, scan the other, go into a photo editor, which in this case is this guy down here. I use Photoscape. And you can, there's a feature called Combine. You just drag and drop the two together and line them up. And if they're not perfectly straight, I go into, I mean, this one is already joined, but if I had one individual and one individual, I'd go in and use this thing and finagle a little bit to make sure that they line up, you know, as good as possible. So it looks like it's together. You can see this one is done really well. Basically, it looks like 2 attached ads. Excuse me, 2 attached pages. But anyway, let me open this again so we could see what this is. Introduces the new Quartz Masterpiece Collection. So there you go. Quartz Masterpiece Collection. All right. What would you guys write? Gold? Probably write gold. Maybe wristwatch, even though it's repetitive, right? Because we have Seiko watch. The jewelry you wear most often is your watch. It must be elegant. It must be fashion. It must be beautiful. Lady, so the ladies Seiko. Question, I know you delete these after you list them. What if you want to list on other sites? I would use Vendu. Or you can drag and drop. Does everybody know this? I'll show you a trick. I'll show you a trick. I will. You don't even need Vendu. Yeah, it's good. I like Vendu because I cross-list on Macari sometimes, but I'll show you what you can do. Vendu will carry everything over: your title, your description, your pricing, your shipping. If you just want to drag and drop photos, you can literally drag and drop from across eBay to Macari, eBay to Poshmark, I think works too. So I'm not concerned about having the original. I just I use the same image that I have in eBay, Todd. Anything else? Well, Lady Seiko, right? I want to put that in. In fact, I might do that right out of the gate. Seiko ladies watch. So now we know it's a ladies watch. I do use Vendu, yeah. I've been using it for a couple years now. Up there, see? Vendu. All right. That one looks good to me too. 2-pager. And again, in the interest of being consistent and not having to switch things, let's do a couple of 2-page ads together, even though they're different products. That's the only watch or jewelry piece I have. Tank watch, says Steven. A tank watch? What's that? Let's look it up. What's a tank watch? Women's tank watch. What makes it a tank watch? Just curious. Let's go to Seiko. Cartier. I trust you. I'm just curious. What is a tank watch? Oh, my goodness. Back is starting to go, folks. Oh, it's rectangular. Very good. Cool. Thank you for that. The face is rectangular. Called a tank watch. See, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to learn. Thank you very much, Stephen. Love it. Tank watch. That's that rectangular face. Very cool. All right. Thank you for that. Gonna list it. Probably hang out a couple more minutes. Time is flying tonight. It's 8:30 already. Wow. It's been on an hour and a half already. Time flies, they say, right? But yeah, we have, I know we have at least one other. I think we might have 2 other 2-pages, and we definitely have a 3-pager. I have the everything plan, Todd, which is like $70 a month. Includes everything. Because they get you. Like you get with Vendu. I have a video about Vendu, by the way, if you guys want to check it out, like an introduction to setting up not setting up, but like how to cross post using Vendu. Kind of introductory. But and I talk about that. They have like 4 or 5 different plans. And you know, they all have benefits. Depends depending on what you want to do. But for the $70, honestly, it's almost less than if you tried it. Like you could do it a la carte and you could add features that you want. Those Seikos are not tank watches. We called them that when they had the larger square or rectangular faces. Uh-oh. We have a battle royal here. Yeah, check it out. If you just search for my thing, I have like a introductory. But hold on. Let's go back to the videotape here. Let's look up what is a tank watch. Developed by Cartier, as Enzo says, who designed it after the tanks of World War I battlefield. Defined by a flat vertical brand card and sapphire cabochon. My goodness. Why is it called a tank watch? Because Cartier saw them on the Western Front. There's a tank watch. Why is it Cartier tank watch so expensive? Prestigious history and guarantees only the highest grade precious metals for their watches. Great expression. I appreciate you bringing that up, Steven. I had not heard that. All right. What's the other two-pager we got? Got to be a car ad, right? We got two more. Let's go to this one first. Oh, what a feeling. Remember that slogan for Toyota? I think it's a Corolla. Very, 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 very popular car, especially then. The smaller cars were kind of coming into place, but because of the gas shortages, actually, that's when Japan kind of started to get their chokehold on the auto industry in America. Steven is a watch guy. 1,000 watches, repair and sell them. Oh, that's awesome. You wanted it, you asked for it, Toyota. Very good. Yeah, sure. Automobile Asian, that's interesting. How about just saying Japanese? Toyota. I guess because there's other ones in there too. Toyota. Car. Automobile. Boom. Corolla. 79. Okay. There needs to be a slogan board game. Yeah, that is a really cool. Right, guess the product or something by the slogan. That's a pretty cool idea. Up, 2-page. Do we have 2-page? Did I delete that? I don't think I did. Yep, 2 separate pages. Okay, cool. Oh, my back is killing me. Holy cow. What the heck? Alrighty, so, oh, what a feeling. Look at that thing. The yellow hatchback. They call it a liftback. Only the name has been changed. Yellow liftback. Oh, what? Oh, what a feeling. That's my German version. A feeling. Small car. How should we identify the word that we would use? Cars started to get smaller around this time. Significantly smaller. Paging Big Bird. Yeah, if you want to pretend you're a taxi, just get yourself a 79 Toyota Corolla. Compact, yeah. We'll go a compact. Thank you, CJ. That takes us right to our 80, basically. So, good stuff. Rice burners. What's up, Keith? How you doing? Good to have you, man. We're kind of winding down here. We listed a bunch of ads from a Life magazine in November of 79. Shortly before Keith was ushered into this planet, I believe. from our last conversation. Okay, and then we have a Mercury, the last of the 2 pages. Mercury Cougar XR7. Let's get out of, go to American, go to Mercury, I hope. Yep. Make is Mercury. Model is Cougar. Another 2-pager. So let's take a look at this one. Got a broad stand in there with an actual Cougar. Look at that. You don't see those too many times. Pretty cat. Very rarely does this kind of automotive excitement come along. Look at the digital dashboard already. 5-liter V8. But look at the improvement over 5 years ago. You get 18 miles to a gallon, 26 on highway. Again, suddenly in the consciousness was conservation of the uber expensive gasoline. But it says for the 80s, you see? Striking new cat. That's cool. And again, here's one I joined, but as you see, it's not perfect. If you get really close, see how that's off by a fraction. Not the easiest thing to do, by the way. But it gets the point across. People can read that it's 2 separate pages because I've indicated it like 47 times. That is not Vanna White. No, absolutely not. Only passes every other gas station. All right, so I'm just going to write for the 1980s cat. It's not Jacqueline Smith either, no. She had dark hair. Probably still does. Keith talking baseball. Beautiful. F the Braves, though. I don't care if you like them. Hate the Braves with a passion. I guess that's about it. Anybody else see anything that's really worthwhile? I'm assuming she's a Cougar. I wonder if we should put something about the, whatchamacallit, the mileage or something. Miles per gallon. Something you never really saw highlighted that much. And all of a sudden, it became almost necessary when competing with like Japanese vehicles and stuff, the compact vehicles. Anybody see anything else you'd put in there? Oh, Lincoln Mercury. I could put that actually. Lincoln Mercury. Wildcat. I like that. Thank you for that, Hydron. Until the Mullins came along. Oh, yeah, I know. Absolutely. Yeah, that's all you had. Only game in town. The only closest team. Yeah. But you got all spring training, man. So you got everybody, well, except for the West Coast teams. Indians fan. Really? Pretty cool. Oh. All righty. I think that's good for this one. Maybe we'll do one more. Yes, I can confirm Keith is in Cleveland. More or less, right? Dangerously close, if not in the city proper. At least that wonderful venue we played in was. A $49 a month pass for games? Get out. They offer that? $49. Canton, football. You think of football when you hear Canton. All right, we're gonna do. What do you guys want to do? You see those ads? Which one you want to do? We'll wrap it up with this one. So pick a winner. As my phone dings. In a suburb called North Olmsted, about 10-15 minutes of your favorite event. Yeah. What a place, I'll tell you. What a place. You guys have any seeing what's available? You guys have any interest in one of those? Man, I ran out of water, so I'm gonna have to stop with the peanuts because I'll be choking. Stephen, you went to college in Bowling Green. Cool. Indians your favorite team, Stephen. Cool. Karen wants the rascal. The rascal it is, Karen. So first things first, let's get rid of 2-page. Let's go down to my description. Let's get rid of the 2-page thing. Because don't you know, the one time you forget, right? Yeah, that's north of me about an hour. The one time you forget, and then you get somebody come along. I thought it was 2 pages. The rascal, 1,000 city blocks on it. Again, guess. Oh, Suzuki. And you got the 80 Olympics written in there. So that's a good one. Good call, Susan. Karen, excuse me. Suzuki. Rascal. We'll see how they word this. I don't know if it's like a mini bike. I don't know what you call it, but let's see. I think we need to kind of land it in automobiles, though. No Suzuki, huh? I don't know if there's a motorcycle category. Let's see. Not that that's a motorcycle. All right, let's take a look at the ad first before I start fooling around with this. Let's see what the wording says about this guy. This would be a 100 miles a gallon. Just says it's a rascal. Bikes. Motorbike? What would you call that? Steven, what would you call this, man? Don't you know motorcycle? Is that a motorcycle? Sort of. Mini motorcycle? Mini bike? I know it's just called the rascal, but I'm not sure what this guy is. Scooter, maybe? Electric scooter? Yep, Steven says scooter. Thank you. So we're going to go scooter. Suzuki, rascal, scooter. I'll put electric scooter. Moped. Printed. 1980 Olympics is referenced, so we'll do that. This is going to be a tough one to put in scooter ad to find a category for, I think. They got transportation scooters. Show me advertising of scooters. Man. Yeah, Honda has those little guys. Shoot. All right, we're just going to go into the black hole that is all things advertising for now, until I find something more applicable, more appropriate, I should say. Suzuki. Is our brand. The rest is pretty good. I didn't even look at this guy holding a baseball bat. I didn't really even look what he was holding. Let's just see if that's something worth mentioning or not. Or tennis racket. Okay. Tennis, anyone? I'm going to put gas mileage. That's what I'm going to put. Tennis. Bam. And then just for fun, because we have a very similar item next, we'll do that one, and then I'll call it an evening. Because people are dropping like flies from this broadcast. That's okay. That's okay. It's late. This might also be a electric scooter. Let's see. I think it is. I don't remember what it was, what brand. So we have the Rascal, and now we have the Yamaha. The Yamaha, that is hysterical. So this one, I don't know if it has an Olympic thing, but we'll see. This is a Yamaha. And since we filled in specifics before that were kind of generic, I'm just going to keep it the same and change my brand to Yamaha. The Yamaha, 399 bucks. Christmas gift. Red bow. Not red box, red bow. Yamaha. I'm expecting a spell check on that, and of course nothing comes up. Isn't that funny? You think something's going to require a spell check, and yet Yamaha is in the somehow in the collective language. All right. That one's really simple too. Not something you see every day, the Yamaha. You guys want to take a look one more time? I'd ride that. It's a little hard to wrap. Helmet and eye protection. There you go. Yeah, definitely looks electric. It's got a motor. You can see right there, right? I would say that's a motor. The QT. There's your brakes. Yeah, it's just a scooter. It's like a mini motorcycle, a glorified scooter, however you want to ride it. The Rascal. Yep. Oh, is the Rascal electric? Yeah, I think it was. If not, I'll check again. Anyway, that's what we're going to end with tonight, is this one. The Yamaha. We'll check on the Rascal. I was pretty sure it was electric. I don't think it was a pedal bike. 100 miles a gallon. It said 100 miles a gallon, so I'm sure it was electric, yeah. Or gas, I don't know. Whatever. Meaning it's automated. Automatic, you know what I mean? It's not a pedal bicycle. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming in. A lot of comments. A lot of great comments. A lot of insightful information. The Tank Watch thing blew me away. I never heard of that. So everybody have a great week. We'll see you on Friday night. To be determined as to what type of show. Might do more listing. I like to list. Definitely a big goal for this week is for me to get a bunch of listings up. And I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you on Friday evening. Good night. Bye-bye.